Today, I'm going to show you something very, very embarrassing. It's a picture of me in the past. Why am I showing this? I want to show you that how I changed. How did this guy who was socially awkward, didn't have any skills, he didn't even want anything in life. So, how did I do it? Well, I've categorized this into three things, and I think it's very crucial. First, there's this thing called distraction. It seems very cliche, but distractions is very common for all of us. Like scrolling, playing games on the phone instead of studying. All of this is distractions. And how do we cope with them? I have a way called the Parkinson's Law. This law shows us that the more time you put, the less effort you'll do it. What do I mean by that? I mean, let me set out an example. Doing a math homework for a week, deadline. I will put all of my effort into that homework. But if it's a 1 month deadline, I will do it in the last hour because I will always make fun of time itself. I don't know, it's human nature for us to put in less effort when we have so much time in the world. So, when I was little, when I was the guy that I showed you in the picture, I always put on long deadlines. Like, maybe I'll do it this month and I'll be very, very masculine. But no, I changed that. I didn't want that to be myself. So, what I did was I didn't see how hard I need to put in the effort. But I see the outcome. Because my uncle told me on my birthday, like 10th or thing. Yeah, he told me to do 30 push-ups a day. Sounds impossible for a 6th grader. But at that time, he said, if you do this 30 push-ups a day, you can be just like me. You can be an MMA fighter. Or yeah, similar like that. And I was like, wow, I want to be like him. Can I be like him? So I see the outcome and the prize I could get from the hard and all of those efforts I needed. Because this all connects. If you put long deadlines and you're lazy to do it, you won't succeed. You won't change. Because I've seen my friends do it. All these sweet promises. And it didn't really help them change a lot. So there's this second thing called curiosity. What is curiosity exactly? Maybe, yeah, it's asking, how does the birds fly? How do they flap their wings? Or how does this light turn on? How did they do it? Those are similar questions to curiosity. But what I mean is ask yourself, like Walt Disney failed 302 times. Can you imagine if he just gave up in the second try? We won't even have a thing called Mickey Mouse. He didn't even fail once or twice, but 302 times. And he didn't even give up at all. So, why? Why did he put all of that effort? Because he was curious. He was curious if he can prove them wrong. He was curious if he can succeed or not. He was determined. He didn't let that courage went down. So when I was little before, I asked, can I do this? Can I prove them wrong? Can I do this, do that? And I've ever wondered if I can do the Rubik's Cube. Because when I see my friends do it, they seem so good at it, and it was very complex. I thought to myself, yeah, this is impossible for me, because it sounds and it looks very complex. But this also leads us to the third part. Being better, not being the best. So when I learned the Rubik's Cube, I didn't want to be the best, but I just wanted to be better than myself, than I am already. So what I did was aiming for success that is very, very seemed impossible, but I keep trying and I aim, of course, being better than myself, not being better than him, because I've seen many of my friends that waste their talent because they keep seeing and keep envying people who are above. And it's very aggravating and very annoying to see my friends do that. I try to say, hey, don't always see people who are better than you, who are good and better than you right now, because if you keep worrying yourself right now, you won't be better next time. You won't train better, because you can always be better and improve. Thank you for listening to me. And I want to ask you something. Are you alive? Or are you just existing? Because there's a saying that you can't put more days into your life, but you can always put more life into your days. Let that sink in. I'm Azzam, and I'm out.